Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find in that video description below, including ways to support this channel like clicking that red subscribe button and getting us to 7,500 as soon as possible. We are making strides toward that goal, so thank you. Thank you so very much. Other ways to support us are down there too. You know, I've got the merch store, my books, other things that you can look at, possibly purchase or donate to. But the biggest thing is really just click that red button. The comments, the likes, all of that is so appreciated. So thank you very much. So this song we're going to look at today was a suggestion. I meant to look it up, so don't forget. It was a suggestion by Michelle Sparks. So thank you for suggesting this song from Sin Shake Sin. Haven't looked at them in a little while. Didn't even realize this came out when it came out. But we're going to take a look at it today. Really, in other news, I'm out of town for the weekend. I'll be in St. Louis at Geekcraft, which is a small, like, geek-themed, gaming-themed, pop culture-themed craft show down in St. Louis at one of the colleges. I will be there all weekend, so I may try to slip a stream in tomorrow. It depends on how much I get done, packed up, and ready before we leave tomorrow around lunchtime. So we'll see. Otherwise, I won't be back until next week. But we're going to take a look today at Sin Shake Sin featuring Dave Abbruzzese, which I forget who they said he was the drummer for, and that's bad. I should have remembered. Dave because I know somebody in the comments is going to Pearl Jam. That's right. Pearl Jam's drummer. He's also been with worked with a lot of other bands, played with a lot of other bands, but he is mainly the drummer from Pearl Jam. Replace Matt Chamberlain. Well, he's from Pearl Jam. It looks like he was with Pearl Jam for 3 years, and has been working with quite a few other music groups since then. So we're going to take a look at Misinformation from Sin Shake Sin, featuring Dave Abbruzzese, and pause the necessary, talk about the music, etc., and so on. If you are in the live stream, say hi. Love talking to you guys. And if you're watching that recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But here we go.
If you hear this song on the radio, I'm already dead. You can't sell commercials with the truth that's about to be said. Our politicians get degrees from the memes while lying in bed. While they spend $1 billion to separate the blue from the red. The words that I speak, watch how they get twisted. Bend the truth till the song never existed. I no longer need my education. Misinformation, my country's now a corporation. They sell us misinformation.
Man, he comes out swinging as usual, and very similar to one of the last songs that we reviewed of his is looking at this from a lens, and some people even had a problem with that, at least when I reviewed it, because I had a few comments that seemed a little bit upset at the way that I handled or talked about it, because they deliver these lyrics and this message from a stance of, like, both sides are getting screwed over. Like I said, spend $1 billion to separate the blue from the red. There is absolutely an effort out there to keep us fighting each other. People who disagree on two different sides of things, constantly focused on each other, rather than what's going on, in Washington, what's going on in the media. And all you have to do is look at how an example of what I saw today, and I'm going to try not to talk too much, but an example I saw today is look how, I think it was CNN, covered 3 different presidents speaking before Mount Rushmore, between Clinton, Obama, and Trump. And just look at how they framed the location itself. There is definitely an effort to cause that division. And we're seeing it in all the stories and the constant distractions that we've been getting, especially over the last couple of weeks with everything that's in the news cycle. It seems like there's always a shiny new thing to distract you when the real important stuff is being kind of brushed under the rug. Wes from Dragonfire Entertainment, welcome. Might be filming the QuadCon Toy Expo in East Moline. Nice. That's those folks who run that QuadCon. Good people. We did the QuadCon show in Peoria last weekend. Really good people. And opening vocals had a Trent Reznor with reverb vibe. I would agree with that. And I've talked enough, so here we go.
Countries, now our corporation. They sell us misinformation. Do you trust what you see with your own eyes, or is it too late? Algorithms designed to manipulate. We promise things will get better, but we just have to wait for them to blame someone else and then tell us who we should hate. The words that I speak.
There is so much truth wrapped in everything he says, ironically enough, in a song titled Misinformation, but just, you know, right down to they'll tell us who to hate, they'll tell us who to blame, they'll tell us, you know, whose fault it is after. You know, it's never a, oh, that's my bad, I did that. It's always, oh, it's somebody else's fault. And, you know, just once, it would be really awesome to see a politician come out and say, yeah, I screwed up. That's on me. I did it. You know, I think I would have a lot more respect for somebody that made a huge mistake and owned up to it than somebody who threw somebody else under the bus to protect their position. You know, it's and it always comes out to that. It always comes down to it was the other guy's fault. Oh, it was the past administration's fault. You know, it was that guy's fault, this guy's fault. It's never, oh, it was my fault. Take some accountability, take some responsibility.
Watch how they get twisted. Bend the truth till the song never existed. I no longer need my education. I have misinformation. My country's now a corporation. They sell us misinformation.
The imagery of the sort of underground, dark, you know, almost Illuminati-esque meeting going on there, and then seeing the children, like both of those images together are really disturbing, but definitely something that I think is quite honest about where we're at, or at least where we believe we're at in a lot of cases. Whether you believe in conspiracy theories or not, there is definitely an element of, it doesn't help that there's such an element of secrecy in things being hidden from us. You know, if people were more open and honest, maybe there would be less conspiracy theories about, you know, underground sacrifice rings and stuff like that. And now I love the sense of people removing the blindfolds, removing the earbuds, stepping away from the technology, stepping away from this and looking at the world around them. And that, I've always said, is something that we need to do more of, stepping away from that and looking around.
Clickbait, deep state, where does it all end? States, rights, sound bites, unplug, unite. House divided can never stand. I no longer need my education.
watching aren't even really watching, and that's the kind of the double meaning of this, because even as he's delivering what he feels to be the truth, the people watching it aren't watching. And that is frustrating for people who are trying so hard to just say, hey, like, we have a lot more in common than you're being told that we do. We should probably stand together against all of this. And yet, people are so blinded by what they've been told, and they're so closed off from thinking differently than the way they've been told to think. And it becomes very frustrating. I agree, at a very powerful and chilling message. It really is. But I think that last image of, he is speaking the truth, and the people watching, clapping along, singing along, laughing along, are blindfolded. And that kind of harkens to the disheartening, almost helpless feeling of that, and very disheartening. But great piece from Sin Shake Sin. Again, thank you for the suggestion. Definitely go check out their channel. Be sure to subscribe there if you're not already, and be sure to subscribe here. I may or may not get a stream in tomorrow, and then I'm out for the rest of the weekend. So if I do not see you this weekend, I will see you all again Monday. Ed, Wes from Dragonfire Entertainment, welcome. I appreciate seeing you guys. Everybody else who was in the stream, thank you. I'll see y'all again soon. You have a great one. Much love. Bye.